All right, let's talk about something we've all faced, trying to build a solid workout routine right from our own homes. Here's the thing. It's not really about having the fanciest gym equipment. It's all about mastering the mental game. So let's dive in.
You might think you need a whole bunch of complicated machines to get a great workout, but honestly, a simple pair of dumbbells like this might just be one of the most powerful tools you'll ever own. They're incredibly versatile and you can build serious strength with them.
So you've got the perfect tool, right? Success should be a sure thing. But the biggest thing standing in your way when you work out at home, it isn't a lack of gear. No, it's something a lot closer, way more comfortable, and a heck of a lot harder to beat.
Yep, that's right. In the battle for home fitness, your number one opponent isn't some lack of motivation. It's the environment itself. The comfort of that couch, the siren song of the TV, that's the real challenge we've got to overcome.
Think about it. This really gets to the heart of the matter. When you go to a gym, the environment is kind of built to help you succeed. You paid for it, there are other people working out, and it only has one job. But at home, you have to be the athlete and the coach. You're completely on your own, surrounded by an endless buffet of distractions. This is where the real mental work starts.
So how in the world do we win this fight? Well, most of us think the answer is just get motivated. We wait for that lightning bolt of inspiration to strike. But as we're about to find out, relying on motivation, that's a huge strategic mistake.
Let's just be really clear here. Motivation is a feeling. And just like any other feeling, it's totally fleeting. It's your fair weather friend. If you only train when you feel like it, you are literally setting yourself up to be inconsistent. You need something way more reliable than that. And this right here is the perfect way to think about it. A spark? Yeah, it can start a fire, that's great, but it can't power a city. For that, you need a whole power grid. A system that works day in and day out, whether you feel inspired or not. See, discipline isn't a mood, it's the system you built. And this leads us to a really powerful psychological shift. It's absolutely crucial. When you stop thinking of training as something you have to do and start seeing it as part of who you are, that whole internal argument just vanishes. A person who trains doesn't wake up and ask if they're going to work out. They just ask when.
Okay, so let's get into the practical side. Let's build the first part of our system, mastering the mindset, the psychological tools that create that power grid of discipline we were just talking about.
We're going to break this down into 3 simple, totally doable steps. Each one is designed to build that discipline from the inside out, so your workout becomes less about forcing yourself with willpower and more about just doing it, like a habit.
First things first, you need fuel for the fire, but not cheap fuel. A shallow goal like looking good for summer is going to run out of gas by October. A deep why? That's about your quality of life. Having the energy to chase your kids around, living a long life without aches and pains. That's the kind of fuel that lasts forever. You got to write it down. Look at it every single day. Next, let's tackle the biggest hurdle of all, just starting. Your brain hates the idea of a long, tough workout. So you got to trick it. Just promise yourself you'll do 5 minutes. That's it. Put your workout clothes on, press play on your music, do a couple of squats. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, once you're moving, you'll just keep going and finish the whole thing. And on that one day you don't, you still won because you showed up.
And finally, you got to put this whole thing on autopilot. A ritual takes decision-making out of the equation. Train at the same time every day, and your body starts to expect it. Have specific workout clothes? That's like putting on a uniform. It tells your brain it's time to work. And that special playlist? That's pure Pavlov. Once that music starts, your body knows exactly what's about to happen.
So, we've covered the mindset part. Now let's get objective. This next part of the system is all about ditching the guesswork and using cold, hard data to see your progress.
This is so important. Some days, you're going to feel weak. You're going to feel like you're getting nowhere. And that's okay. But feelings can be liars. They're subjective. Numbers, on the other hand, numbers tell you the absolute truth about your journey. And this is the tool you're going to use to capture that truth. It can be a simple notebook or just a note on your phone. Every single workout, you write it all down. The date, what exercises you did, the weight, the sets, the reps. That way, a month from now, when you're feeling a little discouraged, you can look back and see with your own eyes that you're lifting more or doing more reps. That's undeniable proof that you're getting stronger.
So why is tracking this stuff so important? Well, it's the only way to make sure you're using the single most important rule in all of fitness, progressive overload. To put it simply, if you want to get stronger, you have to keep challenging your body.
If you do the same exact thing day in and day out, guess what? You'll just stay the same.
And your workout journal makes this super easy. So you look back and see you nailed all your sets and reps last week? Awesome. This week, try adding one more rep, or maybe an extra set. If you've got heavier weights, bump it up. You could even just cut your rest time by 15 seconds. It's these small, consistent challenges that lead to huge results down the line.
Okay, we've covered the why and the how. We've got the mindset and the method. Now let's put it all together into a really simple, super effective workout you can do in about 20 minutes to get the ball rolling.
Here it is, a killer full-body routine that covers all your bases. You've got squats for your lower body, a floor press for your chest, rows for your back, lunges for single leg strength, and a standing press for your shoulders. Just run through this for 3 or 4 rounds and you've got a fantastic workout that doesn't take up your whole day.
So let's kind of reframe how we see this whole thing. Working out at home isn't the second best option. It's a powerful choice. It's a strategy that gives you total control over your health. And honestly, it's more than that. It's a space where you build not just muscle, but discipline and character. You see, the system you create to make sure you pick up these dumbbells every day, it's the same type of system that builds success in every other part of your life. When you build this routine, you are literally building a more disciplined, more resilient version of yourself.
When you really think about it, the shape of your body is often just a reflection of the order in your mind and your daily habits. It's the visible proof of the internal systems you've built. So the question isn't just about getting fit. It's about what kind of structure, what kind of order you're going to start building in your life today.